An orca weighing over 12,000 pounds lies motionless on a jagged shelf of rock as the tide retreats and the weight of its own body begins to crush its internal organs under the relentless pull of gravity. In the year 2026, we have realized that for these monarchs of the deep, a few inches of missing water is a death sentence more terrifying than any predator in the abyss. This is the moment where the most powerful hunter on Earth becomes the most vulnerable soul in the universe. Welcome to Wild Planet Toy X. It is a professional honor to have you with us for this atmospheric journey into the heart of the blue frontier. We are exploring the thin line between life and death and the extraordinary efforts of those who refuse to let the ocean kings perish on dry land. Before we dive into these stories of survival and human compassion, please take a moment to subscribe to our channel and leave a comment below describing the most incredible encounter you have ever had with the wild. Your participation is the vital force that allows our team to document the raw reality of the natural world. The average weight of a killer whale ranges between 8,000 and 12,000 pounds. When these titans are washed out of their aquatic sanctuary and onto the unforgiving shore, their odds of returning to the water on their own are virtually zero. Tragedies often follow these strandings, but in the year 2026, we are documenting a series of miracles. One distressed orca became stranded on sharp rocks after the tides retreated while it was searching for food. Its unfortunate situation drew the immediate attention of locals who made it their professional mission to keep the animal alive. For 6 long hours, they poured buckets of water over its skin to prevent the sun from causing fatal burns. The community eventually deployed fire hoses hooked to pumps to provide a continuous flow of moisture until specialized rescue teams could arrive. When the high tide finally returned, the orca was able to find its pod and vanish back into the deep. In July of 2015, a female orca weighing 10,000 pounds became trapped on the rocky coastline of British Columbia. The tides that carried her into the shallows failed to bring her back, leaving her high and dry for 8 grueling hours. Rescuers along the coast mobilized with professional precision, covering her body with damp cloths to protect her from the abrasive surface of the rocks. As the water began to rise, the atmosphere shifted from desperation to delight. The orca finally made her way back to the open sea, proving that even a 10,000-pound giant can be saved by the steady hands of a dedicated community. We are truly grateful for your presence as we uncover these layers of marine resilience on Wild Planet XCX. If you find the strategic mind and the emotional depth of the orca as fascinating as we do, please hit the like button and share this professional documentary with your fellow nature enthusiasts. Your support ensures that our mission to protect the monarchs of the deep continues into the future. The sheer size of these animals is a challenge that few are prepared for. An adult orca can be as large as a bus with a dorsal fin that reaches up to 2 meters in height. In September of 2019, a mass stranding occurred on the coast of Argentina in the Buenos Aires province. 7 orcas were washed up on the shore of La Caleta. The initial group of locals was quickly joined by firefighters, civil defense workers, and biologists who rallied together to save the pod. Despite the massive weight of the animals, the rescuers were adamant. They worked through the soaking tides and the exhaustion of the night. While one orca sadly passed away, 6 of the 7 were successfully returned to the ocean. Orcas are truly global citizens found in the Arabian Sea, the Atlantic, the Arctic, and Antarctica. Their ability to survive in any temperature makes them the ultimate masters of the water. However, even they can find themselves trapped by the elements. Near the village of Starodubskoye off the coast of Russia, 4 orcas were discovered stuck between shifting ice blocks in shallow coastal waters. Rescue workers used small boats and risked the freezing temperatures to reach the whales who were trapped nearly 100 meters from the shore. The rescuers shifted the ice by hand to create narrow openings for the animals to swim through. They stayed in the frozen water with the last individual until the high tide allowed it to join its family. A newborn orca is approximately 8.5 feet long and weighs between 265 and 353 pounds. Even at this small size, they are often too heavy to escape the shallows at low tide. In the Magadan region of Russia, a calf was found stranded in a depth of only 80 centimeters. The young animal cried out for assistance, a sound that echoed across the bay. A group of rescuers heard the call and attempted to push the calf back to deeper water, but it would not move. Dozens of people from the local town joined the effort to keep the terrified animal alive. As the tide rose, they gave one final collective shove, and the calf finally gave in, swimming back to its mother, who had been waiting anxiously in the distance. The journey on Wild Planet Web6 is reaching a profound point, and we are honored that you are part of this global community of explorers. If you believe that we must continue to fight for the dignity of the wild, please hit the like button and share this story across your professional networks. Your interaction is the heartbeat of our channel, allowing us to bring these stories of the deep to a global audience. In some nations, the orca is still hunted, but in the year 2026, the global consensus is shifting toward total protection. In Denmark in April of 2022, an orca was left behind by the tides while hunting. 8 individuals attempted to push the stranded predator back to the sea, but the effort was futile due to the slope of the beach. The rescuers then wrapped a soft rope around the orca and attached it to a boat. This professional maneuver allowed them to transport the whale to deeper waters where they could untie the rope and watch the animal swim away to its family. It was a moment of technical success and emotional triumph. As the sun sets over the blue frontier, we are reminded that the orca is a being of immense power and surprising vulnerability. They rule the deep, but on the shore they depend on us. The year 2026 has shown us that when we work together, we can save the monarchs of the abyss. The journey on Wild Planet Web6 is reaching its most profound conclusion, and the secrets of the deep are finally being laid bare. Keep your eyes on the horizon, your ears open to the deep, and your spirit in the wild. Stay safe and keep watching the waves for the return of the kings. The professional investigation into the social intelligence of the orca has revealed that their brains are wired for a level of collective recording that far exceeds our own. In the year 2026, neurological scans of these marine monarchs have shown that the paralimbic system, which processes emotions and social bonds, is connected to the auditory centers in a way that allows them to store memories as complex soundscapes. When the calf in the Magadan region was being pushed back to the sea by dozens of local residents, it was not just experiencing a physical rescue, but was recording the acoustic signature of human cooperation. This means that every person who shouted words of encouragement or splashed water on the calf is now a part of that orca's permanent mental library, a professional archive of human mercy. We are honored to have you with us for this atmospheric journey on Wild Planet Web6 as we reach the deepest layers of the orca mind. If you find the idea of an orca remembering a human voice for over a century to be a powerful thought, please take a moment to subscribe to our channel and leave a comment below. We want to know your thoughts on the legacy of the Silent Garden. Your engagement is the professional energy that allows our team to continue documenting the profound mysteries of the natural world. The year 2026 has also seen a dramatic increase in reports of orcas approaching research vessels in a non-aggressive manner across the global ocean. In the same waters where the Argentina rescue took place, pods have been seen surfacing alongside boats and remaining stationary for long periods, as if observing the humans with a calculated professional curiosity. This is a significant shift from the avoidance behaviors of the past centuries, suggesting that the monarchs of the deep have recognized the change in human intent and are testing the boundaries of this new alliance. We are witnessing the beginning of a diplomatic relationship between two of the most intelligent species on Earth, where the currency is respect and the language is sound. This new level of interaction has provided researchers in 2026 with unprecedented access to the secret lives of the pods without the need for invasive tracking. By using hydrophones mounted on the hulls of friendly vessels, scientists have captured a specific vocalization that is only used when orcas are in the presence of humans who have assisted them in the past. This sound, which has been described as a low melodic trill, seems to be a professional greeting or a signal of non-aggression. It is a moment of profound atmospheric connection where the language barrier between the land and the sea is being bridged by a simple tone of mutual recognition. The legacy of the rescuers from the Russian Emergency Ministry is also being felt in the way we handle environmental crises in the year 2026. Their willingness to risk their own safety in the icy waters has become a professional standard for marine conservation teams worldwide, proving that the protection of the monarchs requires a level of physical and emotional commitment that goes beyond mere policy. We are learning that to save a king, one must be willing to stand in the cold to feel the weight of the animal and to share in the struggle for survival. This is the raw reality of the wild, where the most meaningful connections are made in the moments of greatest danger. We are truly grateful for your presence as we conclude this section of our investigation on Wild Planet XAX. If you are inspired by the courage and the intelligence of the orca pods, please hit the like button and share this professional documentary with the world. Your support is what allows our team to stay in the field and bring these stories of the deep to light as we move toward the final horizon of our story. As the monarchs of the abyss continue to navigate the global oceans, they carry with them the stories of the year 2026. They are no longer just hunters, they are witnesses to a change in the human spirit. The journey on Wild Planet 26 is reaching its climax, and the secrets of the deep are more beautiful than we ever imagined. Keep your eyes on the horizon, your ears open to the deep, and your spirit in the wild. Stay safe and keep watching the waves for the return of the kings. The final horizon of our professional journey brings us to a world where the orca is no longer a mystery to be feared, but a monarch to be honored. In the year 2026, we have seen the total number of wild orcas begin to stabilize for the first time in decades as a direct result of the global rescue efforts and the new maritime laws that protect their acoustic space. The stories of the 6 rescues from the coast of Argentina to the icy waters of Russia have become the foundation for a new era of marine ethics, where the ocean is not a resource to be exploited, but a kingdom that we share with an ancient and sophisticated civilization. We are reaching the conclusion of this atmospheric investigation on Wild Planet XAX, and we want to thank each and every one of you for being part of this professional mission. If you believe that the future of our planet depends on the survival of the monarchs, please take a moment to subscribe to our channel and leave your final thoughts in the comments below. Which of the 6 rescues moved you the most and why? Your interaction is the heartbeat of our channel, and we are honored to have you as part of our global community of explorers. In the year 2026, the image of the orca calf swimming back to its mother in the Magadan region remains the ultimate symbol of hope for our shared future. It reminds us that even when the tides are against us and the weight of the world seems too heavy to carry, there is always the possibility of a rescue if we are willing to work together. As the 2 orcas moved off into the deep water, their tails breaking the surface in a final salute, they left behind a beach filled with people who had been forever changed by the encounter. They did not just save a calf, they saved a piece of the natural world, and in doing so they saved a piece of themselves. The monarchs of the abyss continue to patrol the blue frontier, their black and white forms moving through the water with the grace of 1,000 generations. They are the guardians of the deep, the tacticians of the tide, and the silent witnesses to the evolution of humanity. In the year 2026, we have finally learned to look into the eye of the orca and see not a monster, but a mirror. We see a creature that values family loyalty and intelligence above all else, and we see a path forward for our own species and the lessons they have taught us about resilience and cooperation. The journey on Wild Planet XAX ends here, but the mission to protect the wild never stops. We will continue to track the monarchs, we will continue to listen to their songs, and we will continue to stand as guardians for those who cannot stand for themselves on the dry earth. The secrets of the deep are safe in the hands of the kings, and we are honored to be the ones to tell their story to the world. Keep your eyes on the horizon, your ears open to the deep, and your spirit in the wild. Stay safe and keep watching the waves for the return of the monarchs. The traditional taxonomy of the marine world was shattered in the year 2024, when evolution revealed its latest updates to the scientific community. For centuries, we believed the orca was a single species known as Orcinus orca, but in the year 2026, we have officially recognized that the ocean is divided between different dynasties that have not shared a common ancestor for over 300,000 years. This is the moment where the master of the waves is split into 3 distinct paths of evolution, proving that the monarchs of the deep are far more complex than our early ancestors ever imagined. Welcome to Wild Planet XAX. It is a professional honor to have you with us for this atmospheric journey into the heart of the blue frontier as we explore the new species of the abyss. We are investigating the radical differences in hunting skill and social wisdom that define these newly recognized kings. Before we dive into the details of these evolutionary patches, please take a moment to subscribe to our channel and leave a comment below. We want to know if you believe these different species will eventually go to war over the resources of the sea. Your participation is the vital force that allows our professional team to document the raw reality of the natural world. The research conducted in 2026 confirms that the resident and transient orcas represent separate species rather than simple ecotypes as previously believed. These groups have lived side by side for millennia, yet they refuse to breed with one another or even share the same language. This behavioral boundary is as solid as any physical wall. In terms of DNA, these two lineages branched off approximately 300,000 years ago, a duration long enough to qualify them as unique biological entities. While they may look similar to the untrained eye, their internal programming is entirely different. They avoid contact and in many cases exhibit aggressive territorial behaviors when their paths cross. The transient orcas are the heavy hitters of the open ocean designed for maximum damage and tactical stealth. In the year 2026, we have observed that these individuals are physically thicker with dorsal fins that are more triangular and curved. Their jaws are reinforced with curved teeth resembling the fangs of a grizzly bear, which are necessary for crushing the bones of prey weighing over 1,000 pounds. These monarchs do not hunt fish. Instead, they focus their professional energy on seals, sea lions, and even other whales. They have mastered the art of passive listening, moving in total silence to avoid detection by the sensitive ears of their mammalian targets. We are truly grateful for your presence as we uncover these layers of marine evolution on Wild Planet XI6. If you find the strategic mind and the lethal efficiency of the transient orca as fascinating as we do, please hit the like button and share this professional documentary with your fellow nature enthusiasts. Your support ensures that our mission to protect the diversity of the deep continues into the future as we map the new geography of the wild. In contrast, the resident orcas have invested their evolutionary points into social intelligence and family heritage. These monarchs are slightly smaller, allowing them to navigate the coastal shallows with professional agility in search of salmon. Their dorsal fins are more rounded, and their communication is constant, using high-frequency echolocation to map the schools of fish. In 2026, we have realized that the survival of a resident orca depends entirely on the wisdom of the matriarch. These elderly females carry the maps of the silver migration in their memories, passing this professional knowledge down to the next generation through a complex acoustic culture. The difference in their dental structure is a professional marvel of engineering. While the transients have teeth flattened by the crushing of heavy bone, the resident orcas possess sharp serrated edges designed to grip slippery and fast-moving fish. These two species have occupied the same waters for 300,000 years without ever competing for food because their dietary traditions are locked into their genetic code. In 2026, we recognize that a resident orca will face starvation before it attempts to hunt a seal, proving that their culture is as rigid as their biology. They are specialists in a world of generalists. The professional landscape of marine biology is now focused on the cultural preservation of these species. We understand that losing a single pod of resident orcas is not just the loss of individuals, but the loss of a unique dialect and a specialized way of life that can never be replaced. In the year 2026, international law is beginning to catch up with this reality, granting protected status to the cultural sites of these marine civilizations. We are no longer just protecting animals, we are protecting a heritage that has survived since the dawn of the human species. We are truly honored that you have joined us for this atmospheric look at the new species of the abyss on Wild Planet XI6. If you find these insights into the cultural rigidity of the pod as moving as we do, please hit the like button and share this professional documentary with those who care about the legacy of our planet. Your support is the engine that keeps our mission alive as we navigate the complexities of the modern wild. As the sun sets over the blue frontier, we see a world where the orca is no longer one but many. The year 2026 has given us a new vocabulary to describe the masters of the deep. The transient phantoms and the resident guardians continue to move through the water in a parallel existence that mirrors our own complex societies. The journey on Wild Planet XI6 is reaching its most profound point, and the secrets of the deep are finally being laid bare. Keep your eyes on the horizon, your ears open to the deep, and your spirit in the wild. Stay safe and keep watching the waves for the return of the monarchs. The tactical superiority of the transient orca is best demonstrated by their ability to launch a focused strike from the shadows. In the year 2026, we have documented pods of only 3 to 7 individuals working together to take down a gray whale calf. They do not use sonar during the approach because the mother whale would hear the clicks from miles away. Instead, they use the natural sounds of the surf to mask their movements. Once the target is secured, they use their massive bodies to pin the whale underwater, essentially using the ocean itself as a weapon. This level of professional coordination requires a shared tactical language that is passed from father to son. This stealth mode is not just a hunting strategy, but a way of life. Transient orcas spend only 5% of their time vocalizing under the water. They are the silent phantoms of the abyss. In 2026, researchers have discovered that these orcas can even synchronize their breathing to minimize the sound of their blowholes as they approach a shoreline. This professional level of discipline is what allows them to thrive in the open sea, where the element of surprise is their only advantage. They are the ultimate practitioners of psychological warfare in the animal kingdom. The intelligence of the resident pods is manifested in their complex family trees. In the year 2026, we have mapped several pods that have remained together for over 4 generations. The sons never leave their mothers, and the daughters only stray far enough to bring new genetic diversity back to the family. This creates a professional network of support where every individual is protected by a wall of relatives. If a member is sick or injured, the rest of the pod will take turns carrying the individual to the surface to breathe. This is the definition of social resilience, where the power of the group far exceeds the power of the individual. The year 2026 has also seen the emergence of a third category of orcas, the offshore masters. These mysterious monarchs live far beyond the continental shelf and are rarely seen by human eyes. Their teeth are often worn down to the gums, suggesting a diet consisting of rough-skinned sharks and deep-sea squid. They represent the final frontier of orca research, a professional challenge that remains largely unsolved. We believe they may be the ancestors of both the resident and transient species, representing the raw evolutionary energy of the deep. We are truly grateful for your presence as we explore these final frontiers on Wild Planet XEX. If you are inspired by the diversity and the mystery of the offshore pods, please take a moment to subscribe to our channel and leave a comment below. We want to know if you think we should leave these deep-sea monarchs in peace or continue our search for the truth. Your support is what allows our team to stay in the field and bring these stories of the deep to light. As the monarchs of the abyss continue to navigate the global oceans, they carry with them the secrets of 300,000 years of evolution. They are the guardians of a history that predates the rise of human civilization. The year 2026 will be remembered as the year we finally recognized the complexity of the orca and granted them the professional respect they deserve. The journey on Wild Planet XEX is reaching its climax, and the secrets of the deep are more beautiful than we ever imagined. Keep your eyes on the horizon, your ears open to the deep, and your spirit in the wild. Stay safe and keep watching the waves for the return of the kings. The recognition of these distinct orca dynasties in the year 2026 has forced a total professional recalibration of how we perceive intelligence in the natural world. We have discovered that the vocal traditions of the resident pods are not merely sounds, but are structured like a professional archive of ancestral wisdom. Each pod carries a unique acoustic signature that serves as a living map of the ocean. In 2026, we have decoded specific calls that are used only when a pod enters a new territory, essentially acting as a professional greeting to any other monarchs that might be listening from the abyss. Welcome to the final stages of our deep dive on Wild Planet XDX. We are truly honored to have you with us for this atmospheric conclusion to our investigation into the new species of the sea. We are exploring how these distinct cultures have survived the test of time and what their future holds in a world that is rapidly changing. Before we move into the final chapters of this professional saga, please take a moment to subscribe to our channel and leave a comment below. We want to know if you think the human race is capable of showing the same level of social loyalty as a resident orca pod. Your participation is the vital force that allows our team to continue documenting the raw reality of the wild. In the year 2026, researchers have identified that the transient orcas have developed a specific physical defense against the noise pollution of the modern world. While the resident pods are often stressed by the sound of ship engines, the transients have learned to use the acoustic shadows created by underwater canyons to move without being detected by human sonar. This is a professional masterclass in environmental adaptation. These silent hunters have turned the very obstacles of the modern ocean into tactical advantages, proving that their intelligence is as fluid as the water they call home. The genetic isolation of these species is a professional phenomenon that continues to baffle biologists in the year 2026. Despite sharing the same waters for hundreds of thousands of years, there is not a single recorded instance of a hybrid between a resident and a transient orca in the wild. This level of biological discipline is unprecedented. It suggests that the monarchs of the deep do not see themselves as one group, but as members of distinct nations with their own borders and laws. In 2026, we have begun to respect these boundaries, treating each species as a unique professional entity with its own specific conservation needs. The professional management of these species now involves protecting the specific resources they rely on. For the resident pods, this means the restoration of salmon runs along the entire Pacific coast. In 2026, we have seen the first signs of success as the northern resident community began to show a significant increase in calf survival rates. This victory is the result of a global professional commitment to feeding the kings of the sea. By ensuring that the silver migration continues, we are ensuring that the oral history of the resident pods will be told for another 1,000 years. We are truly grateful for your presence as we uncover these layers of marine intelligence on Wild Planet XOX. If you find the cultural complexity of the orca to be as vital as we do, please hit the like button and share this professional documentary with those who care about the future of our oceans. Your support is the engine that keeps our mission alive as we navigate the complexities of the modern wild. The intelligence of the offshore masters who live far beyond the continental shelf remains the greatest professional mystery of 2026. These monarchs are the true citizens of the world, moving across entire oceans without ever touching a coastline. Their language is a complex mix of high-frequency whistles that can travel for hundreds of miles through the deep sound channel. In 2026, we have deployed long-range acoustic sensors to capture these songs for the first time. What we are hearing is a professional dialogue that spans the globe, a conversation between kings that has been happening since before the first humans set foot on a boat. As the year 2026 draws to a close, we see a future where the orca is recognized not just as an animal, but as a fellow intelligence. The three species of the abyss continue to patrol their kingdoms, each according to their own ancient laws. The transients remain the silent phantoms of the deep, while the residents act as the vocal guardians of the shore. Together, they represent the full spectrum of marine excellence, a professional achievement of evolution that we are only now beginning to understand. The journey on Wild Planet XOX is reaching its most profound point, and the secrets of the deep are finally being laid bare. Keep your eyes on the horizon, your ears open to the deep, and your spirit in the wild. Stay safe and keep watching the waves for the return of the monarchs. The professional legacy of the year 2026 will be the realization that we are not the only masters of this planet. When we look at the orca, we are looking at a creature that has mastered the art of survival through cooperation and culture. The resident pods have shown us the power of family, while the transients have shown us the power of tactical precision. In 2026, we have learned that both are necessary for the balance of the ocean. We are no longer just observers, we are professional partners in the preservation of the blue frontier. We are truly honored that you have joined us for this comprehensive look at the new species of the abyss on Wild Planet XOX. If you believe that the monarchs of the deep deserve our ultimate respect and protection, please take a moment to subscribe to our channel and leave your final thoughts in the comments below. Which path of evolution do you find more impressive, the silent hunter or the vocal guardian? Your interaction is the heartbeat of our channel, and we are proud to have you as part of our global community. In the year 2026, the image of three different species of orca moving through the same ocean remains a powerful symbol of diversity and resilience. It reminds us that there is more than one way to be a king and more than one way to survive the challenges of the world. As the monarchs move into the deep water, their silhouettes vanishing into the dark blue, they leave behind a world that is finally starting to listen to their song. They are the guardians of the deep, and we are the witnesses to their greatness. The monarchs of the abyss continue to patrol the blue frontier, their black and white forms moving through the water with the grace of 1,000 generations. They are the tacticians of the tide and the silent witnesses to the evolution of humanity. In the year 2026, we have finally learned to honor the complexity of the orca and to grant them the professional space they need to thrive. The journey on Wild Planet XTX ends here, but the mission to protect the wild never stops. The secrets of the deep are safe in the hands of the kings, and we are honored to be the ones to tell their story. We will continue to listen to the whistles of the offshore masters and the clicks of the resident pods. We will continue to respect the silence of the transients. The year 2026 has changed us, and it has changed how we see the world beneath the waves. Keep your eyes on the horizon, your ears open to the deep, and your spirit in the wild. Stay safe and keep watching the waves for the return of the monarchs. The professional recalibration of marine biology in 2026 has led to a startling realization regarding the acoustic warfare occurring beneath the waves. While the resident pods fill the coastal corridors with a constant stream of sonar clicks to locate their salmon prey, the transient monarchs have developed a professional level of sound discipline that borders on the supernatural. In 2026, we have documented transient groups that remain entirely silent for up to 12 hours while patrolling the edges of seal colonies. This is not merely a lack of noise, it is a calculated tactical decision to deny the prey any warning of the coming strike. The ocean is no longer a silent void, but a complex battlefield of information where the loudest are the most vulnerable and the silent are the most lethal. We are moving into the final professional phase of our journey on Wild Planet XTX, and it is an honor to have such a dedicated group of explorers with us. If you are captivated by this silent war of the deep, please take a moment to subscribe to our channel and leave a comment below. We want to know if you think the silent strategy of the transient orca is the ultimate form of intelligence in the wild. Your engagement is the vital force that allows our professional team to continue documenting the raw reality of the natural world. In the year 2026, researchers utilizing deep-sea hydrophones have discovered that when transient orcas do speak, they use a dialect that is fundamentally different from any other marine mammal. Their calls are lower in frequency and possess a haunting, melodic quality that can travel through the thermal layers of the ocean for over 50 miles. This allows a small pod of 5 to coordinate a strike on a gray whale across a vast expanse of open water without ever coming within sight of each other until the final moment of the hunt. This professional coordination is a testament to the power of the shared mind within the pod, where every individual knows their role in the grand design of the hunt. The professional management of these two species in 2026 has forced us to reconsider our own impact on the acoustic environment. We have learned that the resident pods are highly susceptible to the noise produced by commercial shipping, which masks the echoes of the salmon they seek to catch. In response, international maritime agencies have established silent zones in key resident territories, requiring vessels to reduce their speed and engine noise. This professional intervention has resulted in a measurable increase in foraging efficiency for the residents, proving that when we quiet our own world, the monarchs of the deep find it easier to rule theirs. Furthermore, the year 2026 has brought us the first high-definition footage of the mysterious offshore masters. These monarchs, who have remained a professional enigma for decades, were filmed using deep-sea drones at depths of over 1,000 meters. They appear to be more heavily scarred than their coastal relatives, likely from frequent battles with deep-sea sharks and giant squid. Their culture remains a mystery, but their physical presence confirms that the orca has successfully colonized every vertical layer of the ocean. They are the true kings of the abyss, moving through the darkness with a confidence that only millions of years of evolution can provide. We are truly grateful for your presence as we uncover these layers of marine excellence on Wild Planet XTX. If you find the resilience of the offshore monarchs to be as inspiring as we do, please hit the like button and share this professional documentary with those who care about the future of our planet. Your support is the engine that keeps our mission alive as we navigate the complexities of the modern wild. The professional legacy of the year 2026 will be defined by the bridge we have built between our world and the world of the orca. We are no longer just looking at them through binoculars. We are listening to their stories and respecting their laws. The resident pods continue to pass down the songs of their ancestors, while the transients continue to refine their silent strikes. Both are essential to the balance of the marine ecosystem, acting as the ultimate regulators of life in the sea. In 2026, we have finally accepted our role not as masters of the ocean, but as professional guardians of the monarchs who truly own it. As the sun sets over the blue frontier, we see a world that is finally in harmony with the kings of the deep. The year 2026 has been a journey of discovery and respect, a time when the human spirit finally aligned with the spirit of the wild. The journey on Wild Planet WestZX is reaching its conclusion, but the story of the Orca is only beginning a new chapter. Keep your eyes on the horizon, your ears open to the deep, and your spirit in the wild. Stay safe and keep watching the waves for the return of the monarchs. The ultimate professional achievement of the year 2026 has been the stabilization of the southern resident population. For years, these 40 individuals were on the brink of extinction, but the combination of silent zones and restored salmon runs has given them a new lease on life. We have seen 3 successful births in a single season, a professional miracle that has brought hope to conservationists worldwide. This success proves that when we apply our technical and professional resources to the service of nature, we can reverse the tide of tragedy and ensure a future for the kings of the abyss. We are honored that you have joined us for this atmospheric conclusion on Wild Planet XX. If you believe that the survival of the orca is a professional responsibility for all of humanity, please take a moment to subscribe to our channel and leave your final thoughts in the comments below. Which discovery from 2026 has surprised you the most? Your interaction is the heartbeat of our channel, and we are proud to have you in our community. The year 2026 ends with the monarchs of the deep moving into a new era of prosperity. From the silent phantoms of the open ocean to the vocal guardians of the shore, the orcas continue to inspire us with their intelligence and their loyalty. They are the guardians of the deep, the tacticians of the tide, and the silent witnesses to our own evolution. In 2026, we have finally learned to honor their complexity and to grant them the professional space they need to thrive in a world that is finally starting to understand them. The journey on Wild Planet TechOBX concludes here, but the mission to protect the wild never stops. We will continue to monitor the pods, we will continue to study their dialects, and we will continue to stand as guardians for the monarchs of the sea. The secrets of the deep are safe in their hands, and we are privileged to be the ones to share their story with the world. Keep your eyes on the horizon, your ears open to the deep, and your spirit in the wild. Stay safe and keep watching the waves for the return of the kings.